We have studied the flexor compartment of arm and forearm, right? We have studied flexor compartment of arm and forearm. Sorry, flexor compartment of arm and extensor compartment of arm. Now we are moving to the forearm. Now we have flexor compartment of forearm. Flexor compartment of forearm, we are having 8 muscles. Okay, 8 muscles. There are 5 superficial and 3 deep. Okay, we are having 8 muscles. There, out of that 5 are superficial, 3 are deep. So we have to see what are the superficial muscles and what are the deep muscles, right? Superficial and deep. First one is palmaris longus. Palmaris longus. Second one is pronator teres. Third one is flexor carpi radialis. You can call it as FCR. Okay. Then we have flexor digitorum profundus. Flexor digitorum profundus, you can call it as FDP. Okay, so FDP, FCR, and flexor carpi ulnaris, that is FCU. Okay, we have flexor carpi radialis, flexor carpi ulnaris, and flexor digitorum profundus, that is FDP. Okay, these are the superficial muscle. Okay, now we'll study the deep muscles. Okay, in the side of pronator teres we have pronator quadratus. Clear? Pronator teres, pronator quadratus. This instead of flexor digitorum profundus means deep, right? If there is deep, it must be flexor digitorum superficialis. Instead of profundus, you will write superficialis. That is FDS. Okay. And then the last muscle is only for deep. That is flexor pollicis longus. Flexor pollicis longus. Okay. So these are the muscles in the flexor compartment of forearm. Total we have 8 muscles. 5 are superficial and 3 are deep. 5 superficial muscles are palmaris longus, pronator teres, flexor carpi radialis, flexor carpi ulnaris. Then you can write it as flexor digitorum profundus, right? Then in deep we have pronator quadratus and flexor digitorum superficialis. And the last one is flexor pollicis longus, right? From the word flexor, palmaris means our palm, right? Flexor for flexing. Pronator, what is pronation? I told you this is supination and this is pronation. The muscle helping in pronation. Okay. Digitorum means digits, profundus means deep. Okay, clear? Okay. And all these muscles, they originate from, in the first class I told you, flexor digitorum profundus and flexor digitorum superficialis, they originate from which one? The medial epicondyle of humerus. Okay. So all these muscles are originating from the medial epicondyle of humerus. Okay, I'm adding here, I'm erasing this one. All these muscles, flexor compartment of forearm, they originate from what? They originate from the medial epicondyle of humerus. Origin from medial epicondyle of what? Medial epicondyle of humerus. Okay, all the flexor compartment of all the muscles of flexor compartment of forearm originate from the medial epicondyle of humerus. Okay, and they all are supplied by main supply is by median nerve. But some muscles, they are having supply from other nerve. So main muscles are supplied by median nerve. That is 6.5 muscles. 6.5 muscles plus 1.5. I told you total 8 muscles, right? 6.5 is my median nerve, and 1.5 they are by ulnar nerve. Okay. This ulnar nerve, which muscles are supplied by ulnar nerve? They are flexor carpi ulnaris. Okay, that we know, ulnar, right? So in the ulnar side, the ulnar nerve will supply. The other one was FDP. Among FDP, only the medial portion of FDP is supplied by ulnar nerve. FDP is having two parts, medial and lateral. Among this, medial is supplied by ulnar nerve. Okay? Medial is supplied by ulnar nerve. So all these muscles are originating from medial epicondyle of humerus, mainly supplied by median nerve. Okay? There is a clinical condition if there is any damage in the medial epicondyle of humerus or this muscle or median nerve. Okay, when the flexor compartment of forearm is not working properly due to damage in the medial epicondyle of humerus, this condition is known as golfer's elbow. You know the game golf, right? The game golf. So at that time they can't flex their forearm properly. So any damage in the medial epicondyle can cause golfer's elbow. Keep in mind this, the nerve supply, the origin and the muscle. So these are mainly about the flexor compartment of forearm. Now I'll be adding, I told you the FDP is having two ends, right? Medial and lateral. So there are something in upper limb, some muscles in upper limb, they are known as hybrid muscle or composite muscle. Okay, hybrid muscle or composite muscle. See our student Isaac, if he marries a Nigerian woman, he will get a child, it will be hybrid, right? So that is hybrid or composite. If Isaac is marrying a woman from Nigeria, he is an Indian, he is marrying a woman from Nigeria, he will get a hybrid, right? That is a hybrid muscle or composite muscle. In the same way in the upper limb, some muscles are hybrid. So it is frequently asked in MCQ. So we will see what are the muscles. One muscle I already told you, first muscle is FDP, right? Flexor digitorum profundus. Flexor digitorum profundus. One muscle. So this muscle, Isaac, don't laugh. I was kidding. Okay. Isaac is not going to marry Nigerian. Okay. He will marry a good Indian girl. Okay. Relax. Okay. FDP is flexor digitorum profundus. It is having two parts. That is medial and lateral. Okay. I told you medial is supplied by which part? Ulnar nerve, and lateral is by radial. Okay, this is the first hybrid muscle, important. Second one is, I already explained you muscles of pectoral region. They are pectoralis major and minor. Pectoralis major and minor. I told you they are supplied by what? Lateral and medial pectoral nerve. They are getting nerve supply from two nerve. Lateral and medial pectoral nerve. Okay. So these are the main two muscles. The other one is brachialis muscle. You remember BBC? Brachialis. This brachialis supplied by which nerve? The musculocutaneous nerve, right? This brachialis supplied by musculocutaneous nerve. This is having main supply and proprioceptive supply. Main supply and a proprioceptive, you know, right? Proprioceptive supply. This main supply, that is from our BBC. Brachialis supplied by which nerve? Our musculocutaneous. Musculocutaneous. And the proprioceptive supply is by the radial nerve. Okay, these are the hybrid muscle. Make it as a note. Okay, these are frequently asked in many competitive exam. For upper limb, we have hybrid muscle. They are FDP, pectoralis major and minor, and the brachialis muscle. Clear?